This is your High Desert Sports Report, a chronicle highlighting the activities, events, and accomplishments of our area's teams and athletes.
This three-man team of high desert dirt biking teenagers is preparing to enter one of the summer's most grueling motocross events, the Best in the Desert motocross race from Las Vegas to Reno. Seth Church organized the team. The three will race split segments, riding Seth Church's Honda 450RX over the 500-mile course. Seth Church, pictured far left, is an 18-year-old from Oak Hills. He began desert racing on his 65cc dirt bike and reached a National Hare and Hound podium early on. Pictured on the right, Seth Dumont from Pinion Hills. The 17-year-old has won 5 championships in the last 3 years with AMA District 37, earning the #1 plate in the 250 expert class this year. He is a graduate of Serrano High School. At 16, Caleb Tate from Hesperia is the youngest of the three. In 2020, he won the National Hare and Hound title in the junior mini class. This year is his first in the adult class. Seth Dumont graduated from Chaparral High School in Phelan. We get a glimpse of his outlook on life when we see the inscription on his grad cap, "Do one thing every day that scares you." That's a quote from Kurt Caselli, who was killed while racing Baja in 2013. Among the many challenges this team faces is the weight differential of the racers. Caleb Tate is about 80 pounds lighter than his teammates. The challenge is to work with suspension and find what adjustments work best for each member of the team. The Best in the Desert race is set to start August 16th. The temperature is projected to hit 106 in Las Vegas that day. Motocross teams race roughly from sunup to sundown. Daily Press writer McKenna Mobley aptly describes the course as 500 miles over fallen juniper and rocks through choking clouds of desert dust.
Looking back to sports headlines and headline makers in High Desert and Mojave River Valley history,
the Victor Valley College Rams scored 3 second-quarter touchdowns and turned it over to the defense to register their second straight win, a 19-7 triumph over Antelope Valley College.
High Desert Yardbirds roar through the postseason like a team possessed, winning 6 of 8 playoff contests, capped by a 5-2 Pecos League Championship triumph in distant New Mexico. The 2018 Oak Hills Bulldogs battle Burros in a key Mojave River League encounter. Oak Hills continues on its course of reclaiming the Mojave River League title, bouncing Burros from the dog pound with a resounding 57-10 victory, the Bulldogs' second straight blowout of a MRL counterpart. Mikey Delgado runs a kickoff back 92 yards for the first Oak Hills touchdown of the second quarter. The Bulldogs lead 37-0 at the end of the first period. Coach Robert Kistner's Bulldogs take a bite out of the Burros' backside early, blocking the punt after forcing the visitors 3 and out on their opening possession. Frankie Macias blocks the punt, and Jamal Jones recovers at the 1. Josh Stewart breaks the ice on a very chilly Thursday night, faking to Martinique Finn and getting outside and in untouched. 7-0 Oak Hills, a minute 15 in. Mikey Delgado scores his second touchdown of the night, reeling in the sidearm sling from Josh Stewart on a 20-yard scoring play, Mikey Delgado's 4th TD reception in the last 3 games. It takes Oak Hills all of 3 seconds to score again. Frankie Macias deflects the pass, picks it off, and races into the end zone from 30 yards out, and it is 21-0, 4.5 minutes into the contest. Senior running back Isaiah Gray carries the load on the way to the Bulldogs' next touchdown. The Bulldogs have a pair of senior running backs averaging over 100 yards rushing per game. Isaiah Gray scoring here from 4 yards out. we get a close look at 6'7", 330-pound tackle Jason Rodriguez, who leads O-linemen in the Bulldogs, averaging over 200 rushing yards per game. Jason Rodriguez is a USC Trojans commit. Martinique Finn averages over 100 yards rushing a game. He will score on a 16-yard run this night. Martinique Finn is a returning All-MRL running back. Oak Hills gets 14 points from their defense in the first half, a safety, then a second touchdown on a pass interception. Jamal Jones jumps the route and glides in from 35 yards out. The 57-10 final is Burrow's 8th consecutive defeat and step one in the Bulldogs avenging their 2 MRL losses of last year.
The Victor Valley College Rams scored 3 second-quarter touchdowns and turned it over to the defense to register their second straight win, a 19-7 triumph over Antelope Valley College. The Rams get touchdown passes from Paul Morose to Terrence Chambers and a 2-yard touchdown collaboration between Morose and Tyrone Pruitt to go out in front 13-0. The third and final Rams scoring play comes on Javion Taylor's plunge from 2 yards out just before halftime. 29 seconds show on the second quarter clock. The try for a 2-point conversion ends without success on an incomplete pass. The Victor Valley College formula for success this day is not found as much with the offense, however, as with the Rams' defense. Leading 19-7 at halftime, the Rams' offense sputters in its first series of the third quarter. Antelope Valley's offense did not. The visiting Marauders moved deep into Rams territory. Quarterback D.J. Gordon, the long completion to Derek Denton. First down at the 16, Gordon finds it tougher going on the ground. Defensive back Charles Taylor shaken up but bounces up. The Rams swarm to the ball, throwing the Marauder ball carrier for a loss. But penalties against VVC benefit the Marauders' advance. It is first and goal, Antelope Valley on the Rams' 4. No gain. 27 is D. Bowler. 92 is 320-pound Victor Magana. An incomplete pass on second down brings up third and goal at the 4. 240-pound freshman Carl Alexander is number 99. Antelope Valley goes for the sure points, a chip shot of a field goal, but the Rams make sure the bobbled snap is not made operational. Jabari Thomas, airborne number 8. It's a wild scramble for the fumble, and once all the scrum-like action clears, the Rams defense has derailed the first and goal of the 4 threat, hijacked momentum from the Marauders, and turned the ball back over to the offense. 2 minutes and 45 seconds into the second half, the most decisive series of plays has just transpired. The score remains 19-7. 27 minutes and 15 seconds playing time later, that's still the score at game's end.
You and the defense think there was a turning point in this game?
Yes, sir. I think the turning point was in the third quarter when the offense came out a little sluggish, but they had a first and goal, and we just told the defense to just dig in, and we got to stop.
Every time it happened, did it just fuel more enthusiasm? Because 2 more fourth quarter goal line stands, something like 11 stops in the red zone.
Yes, sir. It was huge for us because it gave us a lot of confidence, and we knew that when we get down the red zone, there's no break. We bend, but we don't break.
Great start, 2-0. Good luck next week.
Thank you.
The High Desert Yardbirds roar through the postseason like a team possessed, winning 6 of 8 playoff contests, capped by a 5-2 Pecos League Championship triumph in distant New Mexico. The end result caps a season that began with highest expectations. Anthony Hawken aboard with a 2-out walk. High Desert's first home field base hit in franchise history off the bat of Callan Marufo. The Yardbirds, a team comprised of talent at the outset equal to all comers. But by 1 month into the season, 1 week into their inaugural homestand, management knew the team needed to be revamped if it is to compete with Tucson and Bakersfield for the Pacific Division title. The two leading Yardbirds hitters out of the gate are fallen by injuries. Anthony Hawkins goes down 1 week into the campaign. First baseman Callan Marufo follows on the DL. I shall leave it to your imagination how the Yardbirds would have prospered had Anthony Hawkins and Callan Marufo been healthy all year, or even after the All-Star break forward. In addition to replenishing the offensive firepower, defense at the corners needed upgrades, and one half of the pitcher-catcher battery is about to be recharged. A trio of youngsters from LaGrange College in Georgia are brought in, middle infielder Blaine Swift and third baseman Blake Butcher. Their impact immediate. Undistinguished in early play upon arrival, a pitcher who would emerge an equally integral piece of the championship puzzle, 21-year-old relief pitcher Jonathan Fleckenstein. 2 of the 5 starting pitchers go down with what proved to be season-ending injuries. All it takes is for one seemingly small part of a fast-moving express to quit performing, and the wheels are in jeopardy of falling off. The challenges mount for the engineer, in this case newly elevated manager Chance Sharp, 2 years younger than his recently acquired catcher Yuta Okazaki, and 3 other players on the Yardbirds roster. The leadership and allegiance of veteran players Shane Brown, Josiah Ward, Patrick Jones become epic in proportion. The pieces seem to begin to fall in place. High Desert wins 7 of its last 9 regular season games. Postseason pitching becomes phenomenal. Starters Cody Colt, Greg Turner, and Jordan Norton rising above. Offensive heroes in postseason victories change daily, with leadoff hitter Dominic Zayer, leading hitter Shane Brown, relative newcomer Ronnie Grant, and red-bearded Blake Butcher emerging the most consistent. Zach Williams throws the last pitch of the championship season, striking out the side to ice the triumph on a hot and humid New Mexico evening. And suddenly it's over. High Desert Yardbirds' inaugural season. Pecos League champions. And true champions they are, one and all. The legacy of Yardbirds baseball could not have gotten off to a better beginning. Bid fast and last. Sold on showcasing sports headline makers. You can bid virtual live online on firearms, vehicles at bidfastandlast.com.
Start fires, kick ass, take names, and rock and roll.
Your way, Internet.
Looking back to sports headlines and headline makers in High Desert and Mojave River Valley history, Apple Valley's Tyler Murphy burns Barstow with 3 first-half touchdowns in 2011 season opener. A Latu Liava kickoff return and 4th and 8 pass completion for a touchdown enabled the Victor Valley Jackrabbits to overtake Hesperia in this 2018 flashback. Mavericks Cancer Awareness Night in their 2016 championship season, champions, cancer survivors. The 2017 Yardbirds clinch the Pacific Division title and prepare to face Roswell for the Pecos League Championship in New Mexico. There's a new law in Apple Valley, or at least a new interpretation of Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong with the defense trying to stop me will go wrong. That's Tyler Murphy's take. The Sun Devils running back electrified the crowd with 3 speed-assisted scoring jaunts in the first half in Apple Valley's opening game romp over the outmanned and overmatched Aztecs of Barstow. Murphy ran for 202 yards and 3 touchdowns, the most dazzling this 88-yard effort, combining balance, juking would-be tacklers, power, breaking tackles, and speed, outrunning defenders. Murphy broke through for an equally impressive demonstration of juking defenders and hitting the afterburner on this 20-yard romp.
The junior is 4.6 in the 40 and 11.2 100 speed, making the difference repeatedly.
Murphy scored on a 25-yard sprint to open the scoring in the first drive of the game, setting precedence for his 17 yards per carry performance. At 5'8", 155 pounds, Murphy's abilities are not confined to taking handoffs. He caught 2 Ben Quiros passes, adding another 59 yards to his total offense production by way of his pass-catching versatility.
6'4", 280-pound sophomore left tackle Troy Bacon, number 68, takes 250-pound DeQuan Newell out of the equation. Bacon, among the linemen, helping pave the way for the Apple Valley offense to accumulate excess of 600 yards total offense. Coach Frank Police's defense completely stymied the Aztecs in the baptism under fire debut of Coach Mike Esposito. Mason Kelly fell on this Aztec fumble on Barstow's first play from scrimmage. The 5'9", 165-pound linebacker was Defensive Player of the Game with 13 tackles. The Sun Devils overpowered the visitors, amassing 366 yards to 29 in the first half, en route to a 35-0 lead at the intermission. Apple Valley opened the season ranked 9th in CIF. The Sun Devils remain at home for Game 2 of the new season, hosting Palm Desert September 9th. Barstow goes to Kaiser Week 2.
A kickoff return and 4th and 8 pass completion for a touchdown enabled the Victor Valley Jackrabbits to overtake Hesperia in this 2018 flashback. The Victor Valley Jackrabbits get an 80-yard kickoff return for a touchdown from Latu Layava in the third quarter and a 29-yard touchdown pass from the senior quarterback in the fourth quarter to lead Victor Valley past Hesperia 21-17. The third quarter kick return for a touchdown followed Hesperia kicking a field goal to go ahead 17-7. The winning touchdown pass comes on this 4th down and 8 at the 29. Joseph Pace takes Latu Layava's pitch at the 15, breaks a tackle and blasts past a trio of Scorpions defenders into the end zone. Joseph Pace, 5'8", 158-pound junior wide receiver. The game winner comes with 8:15 to play in the ballgame. Victor Valley had cut into Hesperia's 14-0 lead on Elijah Nixon's 15-yard scoring scamper with time running out in the second quarter. Elijah Nixon, a 5'9", 181-pound senior running back, the Jackrabbits' first touchdown comes with 65 seconds to go before halftime. The visiting Scorpions had taken a 2-touchdown lead on a pair of Haddon Lavar's scoring passes. The first, the quick toss to Kenneth Russell, who turns the short reception into a 63-yard scoring play. Kenneth Russell, the 5'7", 160-pound wide receiver, is a senior. This play opened the scoring with just under 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. This Hayden Lavar's to Javion Harris, 57-yard scoring play, put Hesperia ahead 14-0 at the 3:33 mark in the second quarter. Victor Valley's come from behind victory is the second straight for the Jackrabbits and first-year coach John Stewart, moving them to 2-1 on the year. Hesperia first-year coach Casey Goodnow and the Scorpions fall to 0-2.
Maverick Sluggers give Saturday night fans plenty to cheer about on Cancer Awareness Night. 5 home runs, another free tacos night of offensive production, and a 1-run victory in a high-scoring affair that gives High Desert a 10th consecutive victory over the Rancho Cucamonga Quakes. Mavericks in Cancer Awareness jerseys to be auctioned off during the game and distributed to silent auction high bidders immediately after the game. It all makes for a very happy ending to a glorious night for cancer awareness fundraising. Fans receive the commemorative jerseys worn by the players and purchased by the fans in the silent auction, with all proceeds going to the American Cancer Society and cancer research.
Nice job. Way to go.
Valu Quality Truck Bodies presents these high-performance flashbacks to this date in high desert, Mojave River Valley sports history. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. Valu Quality Truck Bodies, family-owned and operated locally since 1954. Valu Quality Truck Bodies, proudly showcasing teams, athletes, competitive activities, and community programs throughout our high desert. Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road. Bid fast and last, sold on supporting High Desert Sports. The Bradco Companies, supporting all of the teams and sports programs throughout the Mojave River Valley. Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. Valu Quality Truck Body. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. We Got 'em Tees, your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery design. And by the Holiday Inn in Victorville. The Holiday Inn, conference and convention center for the high desert. The Holiday Inn, supporting the teams, schools, and sports programs throughout the Victor Valley. Terry Kurtz here, inviting you to join us on Terry Kurtz Online, the half-hour report on high desert and Mojave River Valley events and activities, entertainment, and history. It shows 3 times daily at 7:30 and 11:30 mornings and 4:30 in the afternoon, right here on Victor Valley TV, immediately following your High Desert Sports Report. It's the most informative and entertaining half-hour of high desert television today. Looking back years past, Penny A. Kiss. Headline makers, local talent entertains at 2014 High Desert Mavericks games. The 2017 Yardbirds tried to eliminate the Bakersfield Train Robbers. From the Video Sports Football Archives, Levi Taylor and Daniel Dexter lead the Hawks aerial assault against the crosstown rival Jackrabbits for the 2016 Desert Sky League title.
Silverado defenders personify gridiron predators as Rabbits of Victor Valley fall prey to the Hawks in the battle for the Desert Sky League championship. Levi Taylor dials long distance 3 times with Daniel Dexter, 41, 74, and 60 yards after a scoreless first quarter. The Hawks score 35 unanswered points in quarters 2 and 3. While scoring plays excite the Hawk Stadium Seniors Night crowd, the determining factor throughout the entire contest was the Silverado defense. Once Victor Valley felt compelled to throw to get back in the ballgame, Silverado's midnight blue wall of denial, Hawks defenders could pin their ears back and apply relentless, even ruthless pursuit of Jackrabbits quarterback Justin Ortiz. In one second-quarter sequence, 3 consecutive sacks, added to a major penalty against the visitors, back Victor Valley from a first down near midfield to 4th and 40-something back inside their 20. Silverado follows their 21-0 halftime lead with 14 unanswered third-quarter points on their way to the Desert Sky League title-clinching 35-8 victory. Senior quarterback Justin Ortiz will shoulder the burden of Victor Valley's offensive attack, 7 yards on his first carry. Troy Hall, the Hawks tackler. Andy Garcia, 2-time All-League running back, 3 tough yards. It will be Tyler Ogbonna, Silverado sophomore nose tackle, getting up off the bottom of the pile of tacklers. 3rd and 5 at the 44. Justin Ortiz wants to throw, gets hemmed in between Jerry Katoa and Zach Plant, and rode down for a loss on the play. Jerry Katoa, 52, 6'4", 245-pound junior defensive end for Rafael Genorio's Big Blue Wall of Denial. This second Victor Valley possession ends when Silverado All-League safety Troy Hall pulls down the interception at the 11. Desmond Kepley, the intended receiver, first of 4 Hawks interceptions on the night. In the first 6 minutes of the second quarter, it is as if a floodgate opens for the Silverado offense. Levi Taylor's first 2 TD passes to Daniel Dexter sandwich Demario Dunnigan's 55-yard scoring jaunt, and it really is a rout the rest of the way. Jerry Katoa comes in with 5 sacks this season. This younger of the Katoa brothers gets 5 more sacks of his own this night. Levi Taylor completes 11 of 24 for 223 yards. His 3 TD passes give the junior quarterback 23 on the year. The victory gives Silverado a 3-0 DSL mark with Granite Hills left to play.
Cody Culp seeks to become the culprit eliminating Bakersfield from postseason play when High Desert hosts the Bank Robbers in Game 2 of the best-of-3 series. The Yardbirds rocked the Train Robbers 14-4 in Bakersfield in Game 1, pounding out 17 hits. Ronnie Grant has proven unstoppable, 5 for 5 in the Game 1 rout, with his 4th home run of the season and 2nd of the last 2 games. Ronnie Grant has 10 hits in his last 3 games. What does youthful skipper Chance Sharp believe his team must do to advance deep into the playoffs?
We're going to have to stay within. We have everything we need as far as, position players and arms. We have everything that we need. So as long as we stay within and we play our game, we're going to be just fine. And I think we have what it takes. And as long as they believe that, we'll be pretty good.
Chance Sharp's 2017 Yardbirds go on to win the Pecos League Championship in the inaugural season of Yardbirds baseball.
Pre-game performances of the national anthem showcase the extraordinary talent of entertainers from throughout the high desert. High D Boys, among the popular acts returning to entertain on the concourse and greet fans as gates open. Wooly Bully and the High Desert Mavericks are up and at 'em in August. Fans of all ages enjoy entertaining activities at every Mavericks game. Cancer survivors living proof, performing on the concourse and singing the national anthem.
Terry Kurtz here, inviting you to join us on Terry Kurtz Online, the half-hour report on High Desert and Mojave River Valley events and activities, entertainment and history. It shows 3 times daily at 7:30 and 11:30 mornings and 4:30 in the afternoon, right here on Victor Valley TV, immediately following your High Desert Sports Report. It's the most informative and entertaining half-hour of High Desert television today.
Congratulations on your first win.
Your High Desert Sports Report is brought to you by Down Home Grill in Victorville on the corner of Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Road.
Go, 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 go.
Bid Fast and last, sold on supporting High Desert Sports. The Bradco Companies, supporting all of the teams and sports programs throughout the Mojave River Valley. Iwanzak Law Firm, trial lawyers for serious problems. Valu Quality Truck Body. Valu manufactures state-of-the-art truck bodies for the construction industry nationwide. We Got 'em Tees, your headquarters for custom screen printing and mastercraft embroidery design. And by the Holiday Inn in Victorville. The Holiday Inn, conference and convention center for the High Desert. The Holiday Inn, supporting the teams, schools, and sports programs throughout the Victor Valley. That's a wrap on this week's edition of your High Desert Sports Report. Thank you for joining us.